Right, welcome to Vlogging a Dead Horse. Today we've got a new toy from these guys. We're looking to make things easier for ourselves, especially when there are no camera dudes around. And I think this toy might do the trick, but there's only one way to find out. Let's slice this guy. Never leave home without it. Packaging, packaging, packaging. So you get this huge box, and inside of it, you get this tiny box. Is that not a waste of trees? I think so. Before I stab myself. So what we have here is the Osmo Mobile 2. This guy, I've been watching reviews all over YouTube, and it seemed like this was the answer to some of our problems when it came to vlogging man alone. It costs a lot of money. This is the most expensive piece of our vlogging kit so far, because as you know, we like to vlog on a budget. We like to keep things as cheap as possible, make as many of the things on our own that we can. Of course, we've made other stabilizers, which you'll see in some of our other videos. Those all work very well, but there was one feature on this particular device that we thought set it apart from all of our homemade devices, and that was the ability to track faces on its own. So this could be the equivalent of a cameraman. We should be able to place it down, lock it onto your face, and it should follow you around. Well, I'm hoping that it does all of that, because the stabilizing aspect of things, we actually had quite a few other solutions that worked for us. Anyway, let's unbox it and get our first impressions. I've never handled a gimbal before in my life, a proper one, a professional one, you know, not the PVC pipe ones that we make at home. I've never handled one of these myself, so I have no idea what to expect. Already, my first impression of this box is that it's a bit smaller than I thought. On some of the unboxings that I've seen, it's appeared that these are a lot bigger, and because I'm traveling around on a very small yacht, everything is about size. So let's get out the old Goni again and give it an open up. How do I do this without slicing myself and the unit? Delicate stuff, delicate stuff. Less delicate. This is the fun bit. Osmo Mobile 2. Woo! I've been waiting for this bad boy for quite a while. It arrived this morning, and I've been waiting all day to unbox this thing, and the time is nigh. You need a PhD in astrophysics to get the box open, so they could have made that a bit easier. I haven't seen anyone else complaining about it, so maybe I'm just a little retarded. Jeepers. I wasn't even kidding. There's a little tab. So if you want to know how to, it's also taped closed. If you want to know how to open an Osmo Mobile box, come watch our channel and we'll show you how to take the tape through the box. Try not to destroy the box in case I need to send it back after we destroy the gimbal. What a mission! Right, box is open. Ta-da-da! There's another box. Alright, this case I had thought was bigger than this. This is a little bit of a relief to me. But the very, very strange thing is, when this unit was inside this box and then inside this box, it felt a lot lighter than it does now. Somehow I got rid of half the packaging and it's heavier. That is bizarre. It's like a sort of a TARDIS, but in reverse. Very strange. Now we have to figure out how to open this. DJI. This should have come with instructions. There's a gap. Just jam your fingers in there, I think. And then that seems like a bit too brutish. Maybe there's a way I can do this with more finesse. Hey, that's not. Oh, there we go. Pa! Wow! 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 Yeah, so first impressions of this Osmo Mobile 2. This handle is a lot thicker than I had thought it was. The entire thing takes up about as much space as I had thought it would. It looks like you could easily chuck it in a backpack, which is, well, exactly what I'm looking for. I'm too scared to touch it. My hands are sweating. A little bit of nerves, and it's a hot sunny day in South Africa. But let me look at these other things first. Here's a cable, of which I have several hundred of these probably. It's the same one that plugs into all my cell phones. Here's the stuff that comes out of your boxes of shoes. That's to keep it dry. I can use this. If you get any water damaged goodies, you can use this stuff to suck out the water. Like if you have a little bit of water in your GoPro or something like that, you can put this into a little container, and instead of having the rice people come and sort your gadget out, this stuff will also suck the water out. So when you're on yachts, this is good stuff to have around. So, whoa, that's weird. Okay, yeah, this is all a bit strange. Let's check this other axis. So that stops over there. Turn it back around, and it stops over there. Again, another one I thought would be able to just rotate and rotate. Obviously, okay, maybe this one, because of the length of the phone, wouldn't be able to swing past itself. But if it's in portrait mode, it should be able to spin round and round. Not that you want to see the back of the gimbal, but still, I don't know what kind of weird shots I'm going to try and get out of this thing, because I haven't used one before. But I had just assumed that all of this would just spin round and round like woo and stuff and do its thing, like just go berserk if you wanted to, but it turns out it can't. I think some of the reviews I've seen, this looks to me like a lot softer, thinner plastic, but this feels quite sturdy. It feels a lot better than I'd anticipated, judging from some of those YouTube videos. Another thing that surprised the bejesus out of me here is the entire top section of this. It's made of plastic, but at first touch it feels like aluminium. It's cool like aluminium. It may even be aluminium. Fancy that. If it felt like aluminium because it was aluminium, how weird would that be? This feels a lot sturdier than I thought. This front section over here, less so. But this back arm, this backbone of this thing feels quite sturdy. Here we have the phone clip. I don't know. Okay, it just pulls out. That feels quite sturdy. It moves quite smoothly. Doesn't seem to bend and flex, which is probably a good thing. It has a little knob over here that pulls out, and I have no idea what it does. So this little knob here loosens, and then what happens? So this little knob loosens, and then this pulls down and pushes up again, down and up again. I assume that has something to do with the balancing of the device, but I've never balanced one of these before, so we'll get to that in another video. I see there's another knob on the back of this phone holder cradle device. If I turn that, what does it do? No idea. If I turn this, it kind of gets stuck and jams somehow. I don't know. Oh, okay, there we go. It's turning. Okay, that's obviously to change it from portrait to landscape mode. Okay, and I'm going to be using mine mainly in landscape, so I think I will leave it like that. Tighten this knobby up again, and that should be good. Oh, by the way, this never came with instructions. this thing never came with instructions. This is my kind of toy. Something that doesn't come with something I have to ignore entirely. Maybe there's things in the box. So if you're looking for your instruction manual, it's in the box, not in the case, which is probably a good place to put it, but I never look at these things anyway, so maybe I should look at these ones. Nah, too easy. Never take the easy way out. So looking at the handle of this unit, there's a number of buttons and dials. So I assume I'm holding it like this when I'm marching down the street or being chased by a lion or whatever, trying to get the steadiest shot of me being chowed. So I hold it like so, and I would assume that this will turn around that way. But you see, this thing doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense. How, if this thing is stopping over here, how is it going to film that way correctly? I would assume that these two things, the handle and this arm over here, would line up. Can you see the stopper over here? There's a stopper over here which doesn't allow this unit to swing all the way around. So the handle, you're holding it from that side, and this arm would never line up. It doesn't make any sense to me. So if I go the other way around, the handle and the arm still don't line up. How does that make any sense? That's a baffling thing. If I held this unit the wrong way around, now the camera would be facing away from me. That would be all good. That is how I would assume it would be able to work. But I can't reach all these buttons and knobs on the other side if it's being held like that. So that's a little odd. It's weird. This is weird. This thing is weird. This thing is weird, and I don't understand how that's going to work. But what if I took a knife and I took this little lump off here? If I got a knife and I took this lump off, would this thing be able to spin 360s? Now there's a question. Maybe we can try that out in another episode. Hacking the gimbal.